So then, all the way back in 2015, there was some bloke, David Brown, who wrote an article in New Steel Construction about designing these cold-formed portal frames, and nothing has changed. Exactly the same as you've heard me talk about today is mentioned in that particular article, and exactly the same is mentioned in this publication. So if you're interested in cold-form portal frames, then P417 is the guide to go for. A lot of people still design these members to 5950 or verify the members to 5950. So one good thing about this publication is in the back there are a couple of worked examples. The main one is to the Eurocode. It repeats the verification of some members in accordance with 5950. It also shows you the difference of a rigid frame analysis and allowing for the joint flexibilities. Some issues about cold-formed verification. Lots of issues about this. I've been dealing with some questions about this just in the last day or two. Some designers are just using the full cross-sectional resistance. Well, needs to be demonstrated. I think in many cases you'll find that your member is class 4, and the design standards deal with those things in different ways. The Eurocode deals with the class 4 section by throwing away the ineffective parts. So there is quite a lot of intermediate calculations to work out what the effective properties are, the effective area and the effective modulus. Those need to be used in design. BS5950 is rather more complicated again, because it looks at the web first of all, and it says, well, we'll limit the design stress in the web to make it class 3. So over on the right hand side, that's why there is a triangular distribution of stress. We've reduced the material design stress down and down and down until it will satisfy the class 3 checks. And then under that limiting stress, you then look at the flanges, and if all the flange is effective under that lower level of stress, great. And if it's not, then again, rather like the Eurocode, you throw away the ineffective parts. So BS5950 Part 5 is a mixture of sort of two ways of doing things, really. Limiting the web to class 3 and then still looking to see whether all the other parts are effective or not. We're also going to get some interesting forms of buckling, because generally we're not verifying the buckling resistance of bisymmetric sections. So we're going to get some torsional flexural buckling. If we've got one flange screwed through and restrained by cladding, for example, we might get distortional buckling because the other flange, the cross section, will change shape. That's something that we don't really get with hot rolled sections. But these members are asymmetric and they're thin. So you can well imagine that one flange would move with respect to the other. That's distortional buckling. And we would need to allow for that as well.